Mic check. Mic check. Mic check. Hey, thanks, Tuck Tuck. Glad you're here. Appreciate you. Hey, thanks, Steve. Appreciate you. Glad you're here. Welcome. We're playing our friend Milo real quick. Hey, Bailey. Hey, Barry. Good morning. Welcome, you guys. Happy Friday, Nate. Welcome. Glad you're here. Oh my goodness, Steve, you still gotta play your opening round? Oof. I finished mine yesterday. Both of them. Get them out of the way. All right, we are gonna, today is the final round of the Legacy. And we have won the last 2 Legacies in a row. And so today we're going to be featuring Bart's Guide. We're going to give it a little bit, let everybody kind of show up. And then we'll probably get going about 12:35. But I'm excited. This is the first time we've got to feature an entire guide by Bart. And Bart's a good friend. He's a great guide creator. And so I'm really excited about this opportunity. It's going to be a lot of fun, and going to be seeing what we can do here as far as, putting up a good score and trying our best. Don't got much of a tiebreaker on this account. Had kind of a rough QR here, but that's okay. Let me check my bags before we get going. Okay. Now, I haven't played no golf yet today. I've been busy this morning. Hey, Johnny! I had no idea Bart was coming. Shoot. We're going to have the actual guide maker here. That's going to be fun as heck. All right. Well, like I said, we at this point we have done pretty good. We have won 2 legacies in a row. Looking for our 3rd win this week. So that's going to be interesting. Wow. Hey, Mike, welcome. Thank you for the good luck. Glad you're here. Guys, how's the music level? Is it too loud? Can you hear me okay over it? Check, 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 check. It's fine. Thanks, Barry. All right, so hey, thanks, John. Appreciate you. Glad you're here. Going to be an exciting day today. We got Bart's guide to get going here. Going to go after our, like I said, our 3rd legacy win. So that's exciting. We have 2 accounts to play, but we're going to see how long it takes to get through the first one because we're going to be dialing in. And if we have time, we'll try to get through both accounts. So that's kind of my plan. Pretty cool this morning. I got to spend some time with... Oh, I hear you. Oh. Well, you never know. Bart might show up. You never know with him. I'm sorry if the description wasn't clear, guys. I meant we're featuring Bart's guide. Bart's a great dude. I've played with him for a while now. Really great guy. He's offered me so much help. He actually spent a bunch of time helping me with my wind arrow, which was so helpful. Really super impactful on my play. Let's see here. We're going. All right. Oh, shit. Oh, that'll work. Yeah, exactly. He is a great human being. Yes, both my accounts I finished. I shot a negative 37 and a negative 35 for the OR. I took them off. I took them offline, and just I needed to take some time, and kind of regroup. So I did that yesterday. Had a nice day. Spent time with my wife. Went and had lunch. Um, Kind of just spend some time reflecting on what I'm trying to do here, and having creating a community space that's positive, includes me keeping myself in check as well. So, thanks, John. So yeah, it was a good time. I needed that time to just kind of recharge a little bit, regroup a little bit, and I'm ready to focus on what matters, and that's what we're gonna do. All right. I am doing the weekend round for sure. Saturday morning, I'm gonna at least do two front nines. We'll see how it goes. Um, yeah, definitely doing the weekend round for the Masters. Bailey, it'd be fun sometime if we did a dual stream together. If you're interested, that'd be fun. I'm gonna be starting dual streams here pretty soon. So yeah, if you're interested, I'd love to have you. All right, we got to get going. All right, welcome everybody. Glad you're here. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, leave a like and comment on the video. Would help out a lot. So I wanted to take a moment and thank Milo and thank Chris and thank our friend from Germany, Miss Jack. I think it's Jackie. Yeah, Jackie. I always forget people's names. I'm so bad with names. Miss Jackie, they all donated to the channel, and we were able to purchase some balls and some guides. So I wanted to thank them. If you guys enjoy the content and you guys are having a good time, please consider donating to either Venmo or PayPal. Helps me get balls and guides and tokens and all the things I need to make sure this we keep having fun and keep doing what we got to do. So real quick, there on the bottom right of the screen is Miss Gracie's. She's been such a good girl. And on the left in the middle, that's my lovely wife, Kira. On the top left, yeah, that's what happens. And at the bottom left there, next to my game, is the donation information. Bailey Troon. Okay, I will. I'll send that friend request, Bailey. Hold on. One second, y'all. I gotta see if I can find Bailey. Friend request sent. All right. Cool. Okay. So, yeah, that's all there is there. That's pretty much all the little housekeeping stuff. Moderators, everybody that's a moderator. You know, we're trying to keep this space positive and friendly, and trying to make sure that everybody here has a good time. So if somebody comes in chat and is being excessively negative, or, you know, political speech or any of that crap, feel free. You have my permission to immediately mute them. And if they do it again, we'll boot them from the show, possibly the channel. I appreciate all you guys being here, and I want to keep this as good of a space as we can. So thank you all. So Mr. Milo and me have been playing a couple games this morning. It's been really fun. So let's talk about hole one. First, I want to acknowledge Bart Masson. I really appreciate him putting the effort in to make a guide. You know, he works. He's been up since 1 a.m. this morning, working on this guide for everybody, and he puts his heart and soul into his work. And you can see it in the quality of the guides that he makes. So thank you, Bart. I appreciate you. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to purchase your guide and then feature it on the channel. Bart's link to his Patreon is in my links section of my about information on the channel there. So if anybody wants to grab Bart's guide, his link is there. It is the only guide that is out for the final round. So, you know, it's you're going to need it. But let's have a look at... All right, thanks, Bailey. Have a good day. All right, so we're going to look at hole one here. So we're going to be setting up with the quarterback at P8 max stretch, and then we're going to swap to APOC. The APOC B52 and sniper bag. So I'm trying to find my little handy dandy side spin 3 ball so I can set up appropriately. There it is. All right. So here's the shot structure as it sits. We're going to go max stretch, red ring by the right, rough fairway. We're going to swap to the APOC B52 bag. We're going to give it 7 top and 1.5 right. We're going to adjust 1-to-1, give it max OP, max right curl, and we're going to hit perfect. So that's going to be the initial shot. He says in the notes, greats on the drive can cause a dead bounce, so perfect is needed. You can swap to P4 plus after swapping to the APOC bag. Pack the sniper for check on approach. So we want to make sure we got our sniper in our bag. We do. And our B52. We got our quarterback there. Oh my Lord, everybody's getting timed out. What happened? You make Bailey a moderator for 5 minutes and he times out half the clan. Or half the chat. Oh Lord. Alright. Let's see. So the second shot is going to be a bottom white pin check with a sniper. We're going to apply 4 right spin and 0.5 top spin. We are then going to set up with the ball guide just shy of the cup with spins applied. We are going to check our wind angles. We got 1 click of right in yellow and 2 clicks of right in red. Center ball, and then adjust per our check. So, pretty straightforward shot on this initial par 5. So let's have a look at it and see what's going on. And we'll give it a go here. No, I don't do that unless it's very, very close. I know, I'm just giving you a bad time, Bailey. You're fine. All right, let's take a look at this hole here. Let's give it a practice run, and let's see how this guide works for us. So, Legacy, final round, hole 1. All right, here we go. First practice of the day. So, let's go back to our drive page. All right, so we're max stretch, red to the rough. Swap into our bag, giving it 7 top light and that. Then we're swapping to our side spin 4, our 8 ball. We want to give this a nice straight pull if we can there. 8, 1. And then we want to give it max OP, max right. Nice slow needle with the P8. And hitting perfect is real important on this drive so we don't end up in a dead bounce situation. So we're going to roll right up here. We're looking for 382 to 388, and we got 386. So bottom white pin check here, and we are at +2. So that is going to be -1 from the table. And then we're going to be setting up right here, center pin, short of the hole. And then we're going to have a look at this. I'm going to straighten out the pull angle first off. And then we're going to have a look at the wind angle here. We're right dead center of that bridge. That's 1 click right. 7, 9 is 10, 2. So -1 is 10, 1. And then we want to give this center ball, and we want to give it 1 click right. And let's see what happens here. All right, so coming in good speed. And boom, center cup drop first try. Heck yeah, Bart, way to go. All right, so notes, as drive as per guide. 12 o'clock pull. Perfect. And I'm just going to put an exclamation point next to that. Approach. Let's review our approach shot and just make sure we're doing all our stuff. Hey, Carrie, welcome. Glad you're here. Thank you for the good luck. All right, so we were at a +2 check. And then we gave it our spins, 4 right and half a top. And then we set up 1/2 a square short of the hole, center cup. And let's look at the pull angle, make sure we're centered there. It looks like we favored a slight 0-1 flick, which is fine. But we need to note that. So now what I want to do is I want to verify my drop. I think that's one thing that's really important when you're dialing in any shots. Just because you dropped the shot once doesn't mean you dropped it A, correctly, or B, that you were doing what you think you were doing. So it's really important to always, in my opinion, verify your drop another time and play the hole exactly the way you just played it. So in order to do that, you need to review your replay, check your notes, and make sure you're playing the hole the way you think you're playing the hole. The challenge I've noticed is that, with these dial-ins, is that sometimes I'm not, because I'm still working on consistency, sometimes I struggle getting the same shot to happen again because the consistency is still being worked on. So for me, the second shot verification is also a chance to solidify my routine and make sure that I'm doing all the things that I think I'm doing. I need to clean my glasses. One sec. All right. So I didn't even look at my bracket at the top of my bracket or who's in it really, because I know that my tiebreaker is really weak, that I just need to put up the biggest score I possibly can and then hope it holds. So there's no point in checking the bracket and stressing myself out. We could have a negative 21 up there already. I wouldn't know it. And really wouldn't care. I mean, I want to do the best I can and put up the best score I can. And so that's what we're working on today. All right, so let's review our shot structure. This is important, and this is kind of what happened the other day, is that, I had gotten a drop on a hole, and then I got out of my routine. And because I got out of my routine, I went in to that hole totally wrong, totally screwed it all up. It all went to crap. And I was so frustrated with myself and the situation. And what I need to remember, and what's really important, is having some sort of routine that you do with the hole you're on. And then following that verbatim. That way you're not making silly mistakes that really you don't need to make. Like having the wrong club in your bag or something like that. So that's kind of what I'm working on, building that routine, sticking to it. And then, repetition on everything. So that's what we're working on. All right, let's see. Red to the rough line. Swap and 3 and a soft 7. Swap to our side spin 8. And we just want to give this a nice straight pull if we can. And we're looking at 7-4 there. We're going to give it all the OP and right. Look, we're at 382 to 388 on the rollout. 383 is perfect. That's fine with me. And now we're bottom white pin check. So we're +5. Setting that. Spins up. And then right back into our little, just short of the hole. Center cup there. A little bit left. And we're at +5, which is +1 to the table. So we want to try to straighten this out here best we can. And we are more in between red and yellow here. So we're going to give it one click right. 7-3 +1, 9-7 on the table. And then we're going to give it one click right curl. And hit perfect. Now let's see if we have that shot as dialed in as we think we do. No, we missed left. So we were leaning towards red there. We were in between yellow and red. So maybe I need to give it an extra, maybe I need to lean towards the more curl if I'm in between. So that's something that's good to know. Those are the details we're trying to figure out. So I'm going to write down in between angles, add, click, right curl. And we're going to go back in, and since we didn't verify that drop, we have to go back at it. We want to make sure we get as many variables figured out in this process as we can. That way, when we go live, when we run up against something, we already know, we're already prepared for what we're going to do. So let's get after it again with another practice. And let's see what we can do here. All right. I think our method is pretty solid. The setup and everything seems to be going really well. I don't feel rushed. And now this being the third time into the shot, it's going to get easier. I know some people don't practice at all, and I get that. For me, it's about because I'm trying to develop my skills as a Masters player. It's not. I don't practice just because I like to practice. I'm practicing because I'm trying to build the skills that it takes to be a quality Masters player. I'd like somebody to see me as a threat once in a while, instead of me worrying about everybody else. All right, so we've been pretty consistent with the drive around 385. So I think the drive is really solid. Yeah, there we are again, 385. So drive, as far as I'm concerned, the drive is dead accurate with a perfect. We are at +3, which is going to be table numbers. And we want to give it 4 right and half a top there. We'll line up just short of center cup like that. And then we are at table numbers. So let's see where we are as far as we are in blue angle, which is no change. 7-7 is 10 rings. So nice, easy pull. And then we just want to center ball this and check what happens here. That's the camera angle we like. Oh, just missed left. All right, so let's go back and look at that wind angle on the pole. So if you remember that first hole I dropped, I had a slight 0-1. And I just from talking with Bart, it's good to know kind of what the guide maker favors. So Bart favors a slight 0-1 on his pole. Knowing that, we can add 0.1 to the table. Let me play my friend Milo real quick. Everybody say hi to Milo. He's going to be watching the stream. Everybody, hi Milo. Good to see you, buddy. I'm glad you're playing with me. Thank you. All right, we got our buddy Milo on today. We got Bart's guide. I think what I'm going to do from here is keep my pull the way it is. I'm going to add 0.1 to the adjustment table and go from there. I think that'll get us the drop we're looking for. I'm trying to get away from trying to change my pull back and forth because it's really inconsistent. And I'm trying to build consistency. That's my big thing right now. So, what's going on, Milo? Oh my goodness. All right. So, let's go back. Now, this is our 5th attempt, but I think this is going to be the one that resolves it. I wanted to review my pull angle. That's what I wanted to do too. So let's go down here and look at the pull angle on this second shot and make sure I was pulling 12 o'clock. And if I was, then I'm pretty confident that the fix is going to... All right. We will go play with our buddy Milo. Here we go. And he can't. He's so funny. All right, back here. We're going to watch this replay, dang it. Milo, I'll be with you in a moment, bud. I love you. Give me just a second. All right, here we go. So everything about the setup was fine. The ball placement was fine. The spins were fine. I'm not worried about any of that. That's all really simple. The only variable I'm worried about is the pull angle, because I know on that first attempt that I had pulled a slight 0-1. So if I'm pulling... Okay, so I'm pulling, to my eye, I'm pulling 12 o'clock, which is what I'm trying to make my natural pull. So I know now that what I need to do is add 0.1 to the table, because I'm missing just slight left. And if I add 0.1, that'll give me a little bit of room there. Instead of trying to mimic Bart's pull angle. All right, let's take another look at it. And if this does fix it here on this first attempt, I think we'll be comfortable to go live. We've had enough looks at the hole. I think we'll be good to go. Of course my connection's not stable. You always say that, and you're lying. All right, so not bad. We had some good attempts there. I think we got some good information for us. And I think we've arrived at what seems to be a solid solution, instead of trying to mimic Bart's pull style. So there, and a soft 7. And go back here. And let's straighten out that pull angle best we can. And 8-2 is what we're looking for. And then all the OP, all the right. Hey, Johnny! Alright, so we've been consistent. 385. Somewhere in there. 384. Alright, so let's do our pin check here. We're at +4. And we want it right there. Alright, so we're at +4 to the table. I'm lined up a little off. There we go. +4 is table numbers. So let's try to straighten out our pull angle here. All right, 8-3 is 10-7. So we're going to pull 9-7, 10-7. And we are leaning towards that red again. So we decided if we did that, we were going to give it the 2 clicks. There we go. Hey, thanks, Mega. Glad you're here. Let's see what happens here. Boom. Left side of the cup. You know what I forgot to do is add the 0.1. I leaned heavy on the right curl instead. So that is another solution to the problem we're having. Instead of adding 0.1 is adding clicks of curl. So I don't know. I think I feel pretty good about it. I didn't really test my adding 0.1 theory. But I think that is an accurate solution. So let's go ahead and let's go live and see if we can grab this drop. Big thing we're going to focus on here is our 12 o'clock pull. And then I'm writing down, I had wrote down add a click, a right curl, or plus 0.01. on adjustment. So we have a solution in place for to get the drop. Let's go ahead and get after it and see if we can start this off with that nice albatross there. And then move on to hole 2. All right, welcome everybody. We're just now getting hole 1 dialed in. So I think we got a good look at it. So we're at +5 on the check. 8-4. +5 is +1. 8-4 is 10. So we're going to pull 10-9 and add our 0.1. We are in yellow, so we should be good with our 1 click. Oh my god, dang it. I don't think I put a full click of curl on there. Gosh dang it. Man, that sucks. Oh well. That's a bummer. Alright. I want to give that shot another try live. I didn't put a full click of curl on there. I don't have a good reason for that, except for I only slightly moved the needle or I only slightly moved the ball instead of giving it a full click. So I want to do it again right now because I know I have it dialed in and I want to show that. Where's my ball? There's my ball. We're setting up with, and then we need a side spin. We need a side spin 8, P6 or higher, win 10. There we go. All right, we're just gonna go straight live and get after it because I know we got it figured out. So here we go. All right, here we are. Legacy, final round. Let's start this off the way it should have. Sometimes I get weird feeling about the clicks, and I don't necessarily move the ball as quite as much as I should, because clicks of curl are so easy to overdo. And I've done it before. So, all right, try to straighten out the drive here. All right, we're looking at 7-6. Max. And we've been rolling out to about 385. That's been pretty consistent. 383 is what we did on the last shot. Should be at a +5 check. And we are at +5. So I'm going to pop back down here into our setup spot. And just short center cup. And then we are at +5, which is +1 to the table. We are over by red, so we're adding the extra click. 7-3 is 9-6, so we're going 9-7, and then we're going to add 2 clicks of right curl. And that should be it. Hey, thanks, Rhea. Appreciate you. All right, that should be our drop. Oh my God, I added too much curl. Oh well, yeah. Oh well. Thank you for the good luck. Welcome to the channel, Rehab. Glad you're here. We are dialing in Bart's guide, trying our best here to get things dialed in so we have a good finish on our legacy. So that's what we're going to do. This next hole, we're going to set up at P2 max stretch. And then we want a P8 plus side spin 5 win 10. We are going to be using the APOC Guardian, so we got to make some changes to our bag. Bart's notes are he recommends a practice because the setup on approach can be time consuming. So we want to make sure, I mean, obviously we're going to make sure we're doing that anyway. All right, I only got one of those balls. P8 plus is what we need. So, goodness gracious. This ball is nice, but it's the size is weird. It can make it hard to center. I want to see if I got anything else. All right, so I got a bunch of those, so I'm gonna use that. All right. So let me get my bag set up here with my Guardian, and let's have a look at the shot. So what we're going to do is we are going to go yellow ring at the left top by the rough at P2 max stretch. We're going to use max top spin 2.5 left spin. We're going to favor 01 on the drive. We're going to give it max left curl, circle drop OP, and we're looking for 360 ish. On approach, their note says, need no tweaks, offset ball guide as needed for your pull. So we are going to do a pin check to determine our adjustment numbers. We are going to line up with the second full dark green row, and in between that and the light row. And then we are going to put our inner ring at the top of the fringe. We're going to spin the ball guide about 1.5 squares through on the left. We want the right side of the ball guide touching the pin on the left side. And then it is just before circle drop OP. So it does look like the setup is going to take a little bit of time. But we should be able to get this down. All right, everybody, here we go. We're going to go ahead and give this a practice and see what we got. All right. We're really a little bummed about hole one. We dialed that in nicely. Obviously, you know, like I said, I'm still learning consistency, and you know, it's easy to make mistakes live. It's kind of what happens in the learning process. And it just makes it You know, it is what it is. But, you know, one miss doesn't really matter, man. We got lots of opportunities with this guide, so I'm really excited about that. All right, so we want to favor an 0-1 on the pull there, and so that is it right there. 1, 2, 3, over my red line. That's favoring 0-1. A little heavy. All right, 8-4 is 8-4 as per usual. If I don't change, somebody remind me, if I don't change that freaking line color to a darker color by the next tournament, I want someone to smack me. Okay. So we're looking for 360 on the drive. Let's see here. And we are at 340. We came up really short. That's not good. So exit out of here. What happened? Circle drop OP. Maybe I had too much 0-1 on it. I'm going to review that shot. There's no reason I should have hit the rough except for if I had too much 0-1. So let's have a look at it. All right. See, I should have came in right here. See, in the middle of the fairway where you had the fringe is closer, the fringe of that rough. So I should have. Yeah, look, I have really. Yeah, that's heavy 0-1. That's not a flick. So let me back that up. Let's go back after the drive. That's the first step. You know, really is evaluating your mistakes. So hole 2, I'm going to write down drive 0-1 flick instead of full 0-1. You know, and that's what Bart meant, favor 0-1, but again, part of the learning process. So here we go. Another practice. We're going to nail this drive here, then move on to that approach. And make sure we get that dialed in right. So, here we go. Max stretch, yellow to the rough line. Swapping balls, all the top, all the left. And then we want to give that a 0-1 flick, not a... So we want 3 bounces to the left side, 2 bounces to the right, just like that. And then we are going to... go here, make sure I don't miss. I wasn't missing a push-up or something. There we go, and that should get us to the 360 mark. Yeah, as you can see, that's going to clear the rough like it should have. So that is really the key on the drive there. And we're right at target yard. So pin check, set up in the spot. Let's work on that. So pin checks +4. The spot we're looking for is right here. And we want to set up with the top of the that through there. And then we want to spin this right here according to the guide picture. And then we were at +4, which is +4 is table number. So 8-0 is 8-5. So I got to back up. And there. And then we are giving it circled just before circle drop. And let's see what happens there. So that setup wasn't that bad. I think we've played worse setups. And we're dropping slightly off center, but not that much. So that's a really good approach. I agree with Bart that you do need to hurry up a little bit and at least give it a practice so you can get a feel for the mechanics of the step. I would say when you do your pin check, immediately line up your middle line and then pull the ball, then pull the shot back to your ball line. And pull it, try to pull it right, set that top of that inner ring right as you're pulling back. Make sure that your spin is far enough. As you saw, that came in pretty freaking slow. So you want to make sure you're that full 1.5 squares through. So on the drive, 0-1 flick. On approach, we want to hurry up. That's number 1. We want to set center line and then move the ball, the shot, bullseye, then move to it. That'll make it faster. Spin, we want to make sure ball guide, god damn it, is 1.5 square through the hole. With right ball guide, right ball guide on pin. So it's really not that bad, I don't think. So let's see if we can replicate that, and if we can, we'll go ahead and go live with it. I think it's a really good shot by Bart here. Really isn't that, any part of it is really that difficult if you break it down into the steps. So we need to go back and get our ball. Okay, max stretch, yellow to the rough. Okay, swap to our side spin 5, give it all of it. All right, and just a little. See that 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1. That's a flick. All right, and then we want to go here, and we want to give it all the left, and just circle drop, hit perfect, and we're looking for 360. It's where we want to be. As you can see, when we're giving it the 0-1 flick, we're clearing that rough by a lot. All right, 361, so drive yardage is pretty consistent. Let's run up here, do our pin check real quick. We are at +3. Gonna set our center line and then pull back. So we're pulling right into position to begin with. And then we want to make sure we set our spins right there. And then we were at a table numbered shack. So 7-3 is 7-8. And then we just want just before circle drop. So down the circle drop and back up. And there we go. All right, that's center cup 2 times in a row. That's a great setup by Bart. I mean, I'm not having to do anything except for be mindful here. So yeah, great shot by Bart here. Really easy to play. Looks really great. Comes in nice. With the offset of the ball guide, we're getting dead center cup, which that's kind of always my goal when I'm dialing something in, is to try to get that center cup drop. Now see here how I set up the center line of my grid first. It makes it easier to pull down to the right spot without having to try to line it up and then line it up. And then our pull angle was nice and straight. That's a good straight pull. So I think we're good to go. Good looking shot. Good job, Bart. Let's go ahead and get after it here live and see if we can get that drop and get moving. All right. That's not a bad hole to dial in at all. I like that. All right. Move back to the drive slide. Here we go. All right. So 0-1 flick is really important. Do not favor heavy 0-1. You'll have a bad time. You'll hit the rough. So again, it's just three ticks to the left, 2 ticks to the right, just like that. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. One, oh, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. A little bit more. There we go. There we are. Alright, and we're going 7, 4. And then all of the curl. And down to circle drop. And we've been pretty consistent with the target yards, so let's have a look. And we're making it right over the rough. There we go. And let's see where we're at now. I think we're probably going to be a little longer than we were. Oh my God, we're way long. Crap. All right. I don't know. I must have had too much 59. All right, so we are, oh my God. So we're 3 rings past the check, so we're -3. We can fix that, no problem. So set up in our spot here. Respin. Oh shit. Respin the ball. So we are our 1.5 squares through. -1 is -2. So we were 3. So that's going to be minus 4. 7, 4 is 7, 9. So we're just doing 7, 5. And then just before. And hopefully we got that figured out there. Oh shit, son of a bitch. Sorry about that. Didn't mean to cuss. Alright. Yeah, that's really unfortunate, man. Alright, we're shooting up a hill. Alright, let's see if we can. Nope. That's fucked. I mean, that's bad. Wow. Well, that, you know, I don't know what went wrong. I can't believe I just parred that after dialing that in. All right, so we're going to go back to the other account and play this shot again. I'm not sure, except for maybe I had too much 01. Maybe I had, you know, who knows. I did something wrong. User error like usual. And so we're going to go back and look at it again on the other account and play that again. All right. Sorry about that, Bart. I don't know quite what I did there, but we're going to have a look at it for sure. All right. We're just going to go straight live. The dial-in is strong. I may have had too much 01 on the drive, or I may have had too much circle drop, +1 or 2. So I'm not really sure. But regardless, we will get this straightened out. I mean, we dropped it twice in a row, center cup. Clearly the dial-in was correct. I just, sometimes you have performance issues. And, you know, that's what happens. All right. So I need my P2. And I need to put my Guardian in my bag. And then I want to start with my, oh no, I'm not starting with that. I'm just on that. So let's give it a go here. No need to practice this. I've dialed it in. I know what I'm doing. I want to see where I messed up. And I think I had too much 50 or 01. But try it again. It looked like the OP maybe. Yeah, probably. That could have been it too. Yeah, it can be real touchy on drive distance. I was just saying this last night that I have been screwed over by unnecessary click of OP multiple times. So that sucks. But hey, you know what? I'm still learning. You know, whatever. We'll get there. All right, all the top, all the left. And here we go. And we just want to favor an 01 flick. Okay. And 7-6 there. And then all that and so usually that's how I do it, is I go down to circle drop, come up to before circle drop, and then just barely push down enough to get there again. Am I long again? Dang, I did it again. What in the hell? That was not... Again with the 3 rings. I don't understand what in the hell is happening at all. Why am I suddenly going way too long? All right, so we're subtracting point 0.3. 8.0 is going to be 8.5, so we're going to pull 8.2. And I think the reason I went and flew the rough there is because I accidentally took off too much. Oh, I did it again. Awesome. Same result. Wow. Guys, I don't know. I have no idea what happened. I have no idea what just happened at all. I'm completely lost. Why every drive up to that point was in target yards, and all of a sudden live, I'm 5-6 yards past it. Like, I don't get it. I'm going to take a quick break, grab a smoke, regroup, and come back, and we'll get after the next holes. Oops, I can't do that. So give me just a sec. Be right back. Look out, Miss Gracie. Look out, baby. I will tell you, man, one of the hardest things about being new to this dial-in process and stuff is just the fact that this inconsistency just makes it so dang difficult. It doesn't make sense to me at all. And yeah, I'm at a complete loss there. Why it worked perfectly every time up until live. No idea. All right, so we're moving on to hole 3 here. We're going to be setting up at P8 min with the rocket. Red, bottom of the red to the fringe fairway. Right with the kind of right in front of the sign. And then we are going to give it max back and 1.2 right. He says avoid 59 on the drive, so we're going to try to pull really straight. He then says, this is a sign bump. Along with this comes risk. Heavy 59 or great left will miss the sign and get stuck behind the sign. Zoom out a little to see the wind tweaks as they are important. Focus on the wall in the back for reference. All right. Hey, thanks for the good luck, Barry. Glad you're here. Good to see you. All right, welcome everybody. Okay, so we are dialing in the sign bump. So we need a P8, and then we need to swap to a P6 0-6 side spin 3. So let's look in here and see what we got. We can use this ball, is fine. P0, and so the shot structure, like I said, red ring by the fringe green at P8 min line, right? Like pretty much dead center of that sign. Max back 1.2 right, avoid 59, and center ball. We have in yellow we're going to do 2 clicks of up, and red we're going to do 4 clicks of up. Yellow is going to be in between the 2 buildings. Red is going to be the building on the left, and blue will be the building on the right. He says if you miss left, add right spin. If you miss right, reduce right spin. So we're going to go ahead and get in here, give it a practice, have a look at it, and see if we can nail this first par 3 here. Unfortunate start to the round. It happens. All we can do is move on to the next hole, do our best, and see if we can put something together here. All right, so we want to be at P8 min, okay, and we want to be right there at the rough or fringe fairway. We want to give it all the back and 1.2 right, and then we want to look at our wind angle. So if we're straightening out our pull there, we are in blue. 8-1 is going to be 5-3. So we want to give it 5-3. Oh, shit. I forgot to swap balls. God damn it. All right. So we want to give it 5-3. And then no change. And let's have a look at that there. I think I had to click a left. And we missed the sign. So what does he say? Heavy 59 or a great left will miss a sign. Okay, so that's what we did. So let's forfeit our practice match. And let's get back in there and get this routine better. And first step to do that is going to be reviewing our pull angle. All right. Now let's have a look there at the pull angle I had. So I'll tell you right here, the first mistake that I made is that I didn't swap balls when I started to adjust. Getting out of that little routine immediately sets me up for failure. Me personally, because it So I don't see that we had 59 on the ball. I see that we had a pretty straight pull. So, hey, Jackie's in the house. Hi, Miss Jackie. All right, so I don't see we had any 59 on that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to favor 01 flick and see if that will get us what we're looking for. All right, so we're setting up at P8 min, red ring to the fringe green. Bottom of the red. All right, so let's get over there and do that. All right, so... Right. There. Giving it all the back and 1.2 right. Swapping our ball right away. Okay, now we want to look at our wind angle. All right, that's an 01 flick. 7.5 is 4.5. There. And we are back in blue again. So just center ball here. And let's see what happens. So the 01 flick got us almost there. So he says if we're missing left to add right spin. So I'm going to give it a little more right spin and give it a shot and see what we can do. Hey, Carl, thank you. Appreciate you. Welcome to the channel. All right, so the 01 flick was needed. But we need to give it just a little more right curl there. Or right spin. Probably not a ton. Probably just a click. But we're going to do that and see if we can get this drop set up correctly. So, right now I'm writing down 1 click extra right spin and 01 flick for myself here. All right, let's get it back over here set up at P8 min and right there at the fringe fairway, all the back. And I'm going to give it just a little bit extra. We're going to zoom out, swap our ball. And we're going to zoom out. We want to 01 flick there. And we are actually dead center yellow, so 2 clicks up. 8 is 5-2. So we're going to pull our 5-2. And we're going to give it 2 clicks up here. So 1, 2. And let's see what happens. So we catch the sign. And boom, center cut. So, nice shot, Bart. Really good sign bump here. Comes in with good speed. I'd say the really key points for me here are making sure I kind of give it a heavy 0.2 right spin. Maybe even, not quite point all the way to 0.3. But a heavy 0.2. And then an 01 flick on the shot. So we're going to go ahead and get after it live. I feel good about the whole setup now. And let's see if we can get this drop and get something going on this account. Well, on all of our accounts. Been a little bit of a rough start. But hey, you know, it's part of the learning process. We're not going to win every single tournament. Although I would like to. That's just not reality. It's not realistic. So, right there. All the back. And then we're doing a heavier 0.2. And then we're swapping balls so we don't forget. And we're giving it just a 01 flick. And right now we are in red, which is 4 clicks of up. 7-3 is 4-3. So we're going to go there. Going to give it 4-3. And then 4 clicks is 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's see what happens here. Got the sign, and we're right back center cup. Oh, well, that was right side. But hey, we got the drop. Nice shot, Bart. Good job. Really good job, Bart. So I will tell you this right now, just from the first 3 holes, this guide is awesome. The dial-in has not been bad. Aside from hole 2, that is user error. And so, you know, I would have to review that and figure out what I did. I think I probably had maybe too much 01 or not enough 01. I'm not really sure at that point. We landed further past the rough than we did in our practices. So we could have had not enough 01. But hey, there's a drop for you. Hole 3. Great shot by Bart there. And now let's go ahead and get after hole 4. See what we can do here. So this is going to be an APOC cat shot. We can swap to the, what does he say? We can swap to the legendary extra mile. So, late boom, that's right. Thank you, Tuck. Appreciate you. So he says we can swap to the extra mile, the legendary extra mile. I have that on one account, so we're going to try that option on one account, and the other account, we will actually not have that option. So we'll get to see how shaky the needle is without it. And then we need a cat in the bag. All right, so here we are. So we need to set up at P2, no move target. So we're going to grab our P2. And then we are going to be applying 1.5 top spin boost and 2 right. So we're looking for a 3 top spin boost ball. And I know I got one here somewhere. Yes. Okay. So 2 right, 3 top spin boost. Or 1.5 top spin boost with a top spin boost 3 ball. And then we are going to go 1-to-1 with the APOC. And then we're going to swap to that extra mile bag and give it max OP and send it on down its way. Looking for 407 to 414. So set up as so what's it say here? Top white pin check. Inner ring by the rough with the bullseye in the middle of the first full dark green row from right of the green. We're then going to give it 5 left spin and variable backspin to get backspin at the right edge of the cup, or get the ball guide at the right edge of the cup. And then we're going to center ball, no tweaks. So he says, if we glitch roll to 420 plus, use your B52 your turn plus yards for check. Same initial aim and spins, plus 16 your turn plays 0.8 minus 0.8 to the table. So it looks like we'll be adding or subtracting every 2 yards we're past that check. So if we are at plus 14, we will add 0.2, so we'll be at minus 6 to the table. So that's good to know. So we need another ball. We need a side spin 10. And let's see, does he say? Yeah, P0 plus side spin 10, win 10. So I'm just going to look for one I got a few of. And that looks good there. So let's go back. All right. We'll start with the drive. Pretty straightforward drive. We're going to swap to the legendary extra mile after we have set spins and adjusted. He says, oh, in the notes, recommend to swap to the legendary extra mile if you got it. It will reduce or have a slow needle and eliminates any accidental right or left curl. If using APOC, P10 is recommended. Make sure to have your ball for approach pinned. So we've done all that. We need to be on our cat bag with both bags just in case like I forget to switch or something. All right, thank you, Bart. I appreciate you. Welcome to the channel. Appreciate the good luck. Nice dial in on 3. Great shot from Bart there. Let's have a look at 4 and see what's going on. All right, so P2 no move target. We're going to give it all the spins when we swap balls, adjust, switch to that legendary extra mile, max OP. So let's swap our ball, give it all the business, adjust. Uh, 7.5. I'm not missing a push-up or anything, am I? Okay. So swap to that legendary extra mile to eliminate curl and give it max OP and hit perfect. All right. Now we're looking for 407 to 414 on the target yards. And it looks like we'll get right there. And 414 it is. So we are now going to do the pin check before we swap balls, he says. So we are at plus 0-ish. So we want to be right in the middle of here and put our ball guide there. We want to swap balls and we want to give it all the left and backspin to the right side of the hole there. And then we had a plus 0 check, which is minus 3 to the table. So table is 7.965. So 6.2 on the adjustment. And then it's just center ball and hit perfect. Okay, so we're going to go back up the hill and come right back down. And just right. So I think we need to watch, move our ball guide. I think I might have been outside the cup. And he was just at the edge of the cup. That's my fault for not setting up correctly. So we'll go back, have another look at it. Look at the replay. Nice shot. Pretty simple. The legendary extra mile sure makes it slow. I don't think it's an issue with the APOC though either, personally. So let me swap back to my APOC, swap back there. Let me go in and grab my replay and have a look at that second shot when I set spins. So looking at Bart's setup, he's actually inside that edge, right edge of the cup. So we were at plus 0, maybe minus 1, but I think that's the same adjustment. No, it would have been minus 4 if we're at minus 1. But I think it really is the spins, personally. All right, so let's have a look at where I spun the ball to. So all the left. Oh, I didn't have all the left on there. How you like that? Okay. So one thing I noticed for myself, if I am setting max left spin, it's easier for me to use my left hand. So I should have done that, and I'm going to do that this time. Because I had like 4.8 left, not 5 left, and that is what put me out of position with the ball guide, I would bet. So let's straighten that out. All right, here we go. So we're giving it all of this. This is our last practice, just because I don't have any more of these balls. So we are going to get after it here. 8-1. And then we're swapping to the legendary. And we are giving it all the business. Hitting perfect. And we're looking for 407 to 414. Hopefully we don't get the long rollout. We really don't want that. I think we're good. Oh, we rolled long. Okay. We're going to be... That's going to put us at a really bad check. So, 0.0 is there. We're 3 rings off, so that would make us negative 3. Kind of a tough spot to be in here. Because now I got to do math. And Lord knows I don't want to do any math. Alright, so all the left. And we want to be just inside the cup. Right there. So actually that's too much. So I want to be right there. 7, 6 is going to be 6, 2 minus 6 is going to be 5, 8. And then we're just going to time out, which is fine. It's practice. Timing out's not a big deal. So yeah, be really mindful of your spins. It's going to be best to, it's going to be best. I think I was even in the wrong spot there. It's going to be best to turn your screen this way. All right. I got to switch. Damn it. Wrong thing. Switch balls. There we go. All right. So Alt. And we want to be right there just inside the left or right edge. And then we were subtracting 4, 6 from the table. 7, 8, 6, 4. So 5, 8 again. And then just center ball. And gonna see what happens here. So that looks better. That's gonna roll right by. Okay. So part of the problem is we're outside table numbers, and I'm having to kind of guess where I am. That's difficult. So we're gonna have to give it another. Well, I can't give it another look. We're just gonna have to go live with it and hope. What I want to do is I want to review my first drive before I go live and get as much information out of that replay as I can. So hole 4, ouch. Hole 4, drive, I'm going to take notes on. Approach, first dark row for setup spot, and turn camera so you're facing the hole, and then set spins inside right edge. And then let's watch this drive and see. I was in target yards here, so my curiosity is what was my pull angle. So my pull angle was pretty straight. Let's go back out of here and let's look at the last drive and see what was different. The best thing you can do when you're having a bad result is stop, look at your replays. All the information's right in front of you. So here we are. I think I might have been pulling a little 59 heavy. So I think we want to make sure we get a nice straight pull. Unfortunately, I have to go live here because of ball stock issues. So we don't get to really dial in the drop. But we're going to go ahead and get after it. I think we'll be okay. I'm going to write 12 o'clock pull. Maybe favor 01. And then we're swapping balls, giving it all the business there. And I want to, I think I want to stay away from 59. Yeah, that's better. And we're going to go 8 rings here. And we're going to swap to our legendary extra mile so we don't put any accidental curl. And hit perfect. So hopefully we're in target yards this time. 407 to 414. And yeah, we look like it now. That looks better. That looks a lot better. All right, we are at 414. So we know that check was minus 1. That's 0. Minus 1 there. So swap ball. Get our thing ready there. And then we want to set up right in the middle of this row there. We want to spin our camera so we can see. Oops. So we can see the ball guide. And then we want to be just inside that left edge. Minus 1 is minus 4 from the table. So we're going to go 8-4 is 6-9, so 6-5. And we got to hurry up here. We need center ball. And let's see if we can grab that drop there. Hey, Pods, appreciate you. Very glad you're here. All right, so this is a lot better camera angle here. And right down right edge. So nice drop. I would say on the drive, just be really mindful that you're not pulling any 59. On the approach, that ball guide positioning is really important. And as you can see, you got to kind of hustle through it. So good shot by Bart there. Really not that difficult as long as you're not getting outside of that +4, of that 314. Is that what it was? 414 range. You start getting into some murky waters there with that. So now we're going to look at the next par 3, hole 5. And we are going to be going basic wood, backspin 8, side spin 8, to sniper at P1. And then we're going to swap to the cat and desired ball. We want to play a P4 plus side spin 8, win 10 with this once we begin to adjust and swap to the cat. So it's not really a difficult setup, but we are going to be doing some ball swap or some club swapping. So what I like to do is set my bags kind of in order if I can. So beginner wood, we need let's get rid of these. We need a backspin and then side spin. So we need a backspin 8, side spin 8 to set spins. And we have one right here. And then we want to swap to a P1 to set up our initial aim that has at least 8 side spin. So we'll do that. As soon as I get down there. I wish they would let you reverse sort these things. Alright, so P1. Now, I got them on this account. I only got 8 of them. But these are the only 2 P1s that have been released. So if you don't have the 3-pointer ball, you're going to have to set up at +3. Bottom of +3 by yourself with a P2 side spin 8. So, and then we want to swap to a P4 plus side spin 8, win 10. So let's see what we got for balls there. We can throw. I really don't want to waste that. I'm trying to decide which ball I want to use for practice. All right. There's just some balls I don't want to waste because they may not be back. This one will be fine, I guess. The American ball or whatever it's called. Yeah. Tough call. We could also swap to that. This one. I got 40 of those. I haven't even used one of these yet. Okay. So, alright, let's look at our pinball stock here. We got, so I'm going to go with the one that has 40 just because, I got more of them. Alright, so reviewing shot structure. We're going to start with the basic wood. We're going to give it all the backspin, all the left spin. And then we're going to swap to the, so what we'll do is we'll give it all the backspin, all the left spin. We'll then swap to our sniper, swap to our P1, and we'll set up. And where we're setting up is the blue ring by the rough at P1 max with the sniper. So blue ring on the left side by the rough fairway. And then we'll swap to cat and we'll swap to our P8 after we swap to cat. So we'll go from there to there to here to there. And then we need to assess our wind angle because there will be tweaks on how much OP we're using and whether or not we have to add a clicker to a right curl. So you definitely want to give this shot a practice. It sounds a little complicated, but I think we'll be able to get it. Oh, well, thank you, Carl. That means a lot to me. I really try hard. Thank you. Wow, that's a really great compliment. That's what I'm trying to do. Appreciate you. Okay, so let's give this a look. And, we're going to walk through these steps. I'm not going to rush. If we time out, we time out. We can always keep going. But I want to make sure we walk through the steps so we can see them clearly. All right. So, first thing we want to do, back down to that beginner wood. Give it all of that, okay? Then we want to swap to our sniper. Then we want to swap to our P1. Okay, we want to be at P1 max, which is +3. And we want to be right here at that. So then we want to swap to our cat. And then we want to swap to our P8. Now we want to find, as quickly as we can, find our wind angle here. Looks like we are in red. So, adjustment is 7-9. Okay, and red angle is just before circle drop and no change, no curl. So, and let's see what happens. Now you saw me down to 1 on the counter. So that's how little time we have. And look at that center cup drop. Wow, what a great shot from Bart. Holy crap. We're going to review wind angle. But we have, oh, hey, David, thank you. Oh, yep, Kira's at work and Miss Gracie's taking a nap. Thank you, David. Welcome to the channel. Good to have you back. So, wow, what a shot, right? Okay, first try center cups. Always an amazing result. But let's review all that because we gotta be able to, first off have our, we gotta be able to have our follow-up shot drop as well. So let's have a look-see. So all the steps, there's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's 5 steps before you ever pull the pull angle. So there's the first 3 steps. And now we're 4, right? And then we're 5. Okay, all 5 of those steps have to happen. then you need to hustle your butt up here. And let me see. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. Yeah, it looks like we're pulling a nice straight pull. And then we were in red pretty clearly. So, okay. So assessing the wing angle is massively important here. We got lucky with the no right clicks. But you need to get that assessed really quickly because of the adjustments. And then look at that drop. It's super sweet. All right. So, got to take some notes. First thing is 12 o'clock pull. Second thing is hurry TF up. And if you know what TF means, there you go. And I'm going to put in parentheses 5 moves before adjustment. So I remember that, how many steps there is. All right, and then mindful of wind angle and tweaks to OP and right curl. All right, so I think that those are the things that are most important for this hole. And I know this is going to seem weird, but setting your bags up in order here is really important. I have to do 5 things. So I got to go here. I got to go here. I got to swap balls. I got to set up. I got to go here, and I got to swap balls, and then I got to move. So having these in order eliminates any accidental things. It gives you a process, right? So what we need to do now is we need to verify our drop. And let's run through that process one more time also. So here we go. Nope, don't swap balls before you swap the sniper. You'll screw everything up. Okay. Boom. Find initial aim. Okay, right there. There. Nope. Right there. We were in the right spot. Swap to cat. Okay. Swap balls. Alright. We're at 8-2, which is going to be some right curl. Alright. We are in yellow. 8-2 is 9-0. Okay. Yellow is just before circle drop. 8-2 is 3 clicks to right. So our circle -1 and then 1, 2, 3. And let's see what happens there. I may have inadvertently added too much OP here. Let's have a look. Look at that. Center cup 2 times in a row. That's what I'm talking about. Hell of a shot, Bart. You are a freaking artist. Holy crap. David, you can correct the code, sir. I'm laying it out for you right now. I promise. Look at what happened here. We set up a pattern. We followed it exactly at both times. And even with the wind angle tweak of having to add, take away a little bit of OP and add 3 clicks of right curl, we were still able to get through it. And I don't know how much time we had on the clock left there, but it wasn't much. But you absolutely can do it, sir. Trust me. If I can do it, you can do it. All right, here we go. All right, so we're going to go live in just 1 second. I need a drink of water. All right. So here we go. Going live. Let me back up. What is my rhythm? Okay, first thing I do is I check my bags. I do that. I check my balls. I do that. Okay, and then I go into the hole. Real important for my brain. to have a routine. It just helps. Okay, so we're trying to move quick here. I'm not going to talk during it. I mean, yellow. All right, let's see. We got it this time. I'm not sure I got the right amount of clicks of curl. I didn't. I had a feeling I was a click of curl short. I gotta trust my gut. I gotta learn to trust my gut more. That there's been a couple times live, especially where I'm like, I just know that I feel like, oh, this needs to be a tick left, or I need a little bit another click, a curl. I don't have enough, and I don't trust myself really enough yet to listen to that. So 2 drops in a row, missed live. Guess what? That's kind of my life. But the dial-in is solid and the steps are solid. They're replicatable, 100% replicatable, you guys. So that is what I would do. I would follow that pattern exactly, and that'll get you that drop for sure. It's a great shot by Bart. Really, really well done. All right, so let's go move on to the par 5. This is a tough drop no matter what because it's a headwind. So we're looking for a piece, a topspin boost 6, side spin 2 ball. I will tell you that probably the best ball for this hole is going to be this Women's US Open ball. Just because it'll set spins accurately. We want to set up at P4 max stretch. And you guys probably don't know this, but I have been fortunate enough that I have a large supply of katanas. Always go for the extra katanas is my thing. I just think here I need one right now, and I have one. It is a blessing, let me tell you. All right, so what we're doing is an APOC cat shot. We're going to set up at P4 max stretch with the blue ring by the left side, bottom left of the rough there. We're going to add all the boost, all the left spin. We're going to adjust 1-to-1 and then push up based on wind speed. We're going to give it max OP, and then we're going to hit perfect. On a side note, we can swap to the legendary extra mile, and so I'll show you that so you can see what that's going to look like if you have it. So we're going to do that. We're going to do all the steps, set the spins, all that stuff, adjust, push up with the APOC. We're then going to swap to the legendary extra mile to slow down the needle and take away the curl. Okay, then second shot, we are going to apply 0.8 backspin and 2 right. And then we are going to set up with the ball guide center cup to the hole. Okay, then after we do that, spin B is going to be 0.8 backspin only. And then we are going to want to go... assess the wind angle for clicks of up, center ball, adjust, and center ball based on landing position. So what we're going to need is a third ball here, a secret ball, that if you don't have, your life's going to suck a little bit. But P10, P8 plus wind, our side spin 0. And the reason we're going to want that is because we're going to take away the side spin really fast. All right, what's going on here? Mike, just like round, yeah, play well, 30, right. 9 is well played. Thanks, 0, 0, 3. Never 30, 4, 3, 4. Probably a bit more left than awesome. I feel that. All right, good job on those rounds there, Mike. Okay, so this shot is really not bad. I think this is going to go smoother than we anticipate. So on the approach, the big thing is going to be to set up because our first set of spins is 0.8 back and 2 right. So we'll be setting up with this P10 here, all we use on the drive. Then we will swap to this ball to take away the side spin for spin 2, and then swap back to this. So again, multiple ball swaps, but they're necessary to speed up us setting up the approach. And then adjust, watch for clicks of up, and fire. Center ball, hit perfect. So let's go ahead and have a look at it. Let's see what this looks like live and have a go at it. All right. I'm doing my best, guys, but live play I'm trying to lock in more. I really I can't focus on both of them. I have ADHD, and I will totally stop freaking playing the game to talk to you guys. All right, left there. Okay, swap this here. All the top, all the left. 8-2 is a push-up of 0.6. We need to know that. And then we're going to try to give that a nice straight pull. So 8-2 on the adjustment. And then push-up of 0.6. Right? And as you can see, we are in shaky needle zone. So swapping to the legendary extra mile, it's going to take some of that shake away. And we got it perfect there. And we're looking for 414 to 419 on those target yards. So 1 bounce, 2 bounce, and right over should be good. Yeah, 415, we're good. So first thing we're going to do is set these spins. 2 and 8. Okay. And now we want to set up with the ball guide right at the hole. Okay, center cup. Right? And then we want to swap here, swap back. Take away our right spin. Okay, we want to assess the wind angle really quickly here. And we are in blue, no change. 8-4 is going to be plus 11 table numbers. 8-4 is going to be 8-7. So we're going to do that. And then we're just going to go center ball. No stuff. Hit perfect. And let's have a look at what happens here. The steps are not complicated. That's coming in nicely. And we missed just right by a square. So, he says, miss right, add to the adjustment. So, a whole square, I'm going to say, is probably 0.2. But we're going to have to test that theory out. I know, you're just messing with me. It's okay. Yeah. Keep talking also when you go live. Carl, you don't want to see that mess. The reason I don't talk when I go live, I used to a lot. And what happened was I totally had a really bad round because I was so busy trying to talk to everybody in the middle of my live shot. Talking to you guys during the practice is fine. But when I go live, or when I'm actively going into the shot straight, I want to try to focus on it so I don't get distracted and end up, spending 9 practices because I'm hitting greats all day. I can't afford that. But that's what happens, So let's go back here. Let's go and what we're going to do this time is we're going to add 0.2 to the adjustment right off the top. Oh, talk to myself and forget the chat. Oh, I hear ya. All right, I probably should. That's actually probably good advice. I usually talk to myself when I play alone. Okay. Because you know what? Sometimes I need expert advice. You know what I mean? So I have to talk to myself if I'm going to get expert advice. All right, hole 6. Okay, on the drive, shaky. That's my first note. Shaky needle. And perfect required. Okay, other than that, drive was APG. Approach. And I'm going to put plus 0.2 to the adjustment. And we're going to give that a try. I'm not changing my pull angle. I got to stop doing that. It is the most inconsistent way for me. It causes me to have misses that I shouldn't have. So I'm trying to focus on a very consistent pull. And I'm making adjustments otherwise. I know people do it both ways. And I'm trying something different for myself. Get around here. All right, so we want 8.0 is going to be a push-up of 0.3. So we want to try to straighten out that there. And we want to go here. And then we want to push up 0.3. All right. Okay, 0.3. Okay. A little bit. There we are. Swap to our extra mile bag. Take our shot. Shaky, shaky. And hit perfect. All right. Looking for 414 to 419. That's where we want to be. There we go. That looks good. All right. So this is the spin part. 417. We're right in there. Drive seems consistent. It's shaky as hell. But it is consistent. So 0.8 back. And then we want to set up center cut. Okay. Am I there? Yeah. And then we want to swap here, swap back, and we are at plus 9. Plus 9 is minus 1 to the table. So I'm only going to subtract 1 from the table. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 8, 5 is 8, 8. So I am going to subtract 8, 7. Oh, wait. No, I'm going to pull 8, 9. I'm adding. All right. And let's go. I may have just done that wrong. Let's see what happens. All right. Here we go. That's a good camera angle. I like it. And we're short right. Okay. I think I didn't, I did something. So we're going to have a look at it. I may have to offset this for my pull, and that's the next step. I want to see how much I'm missing by, so I can try offsetting it without changing the table numbers. See how that works. Because the offset is my second go-to, or first go-to, depending on. So let's go back and review. Let's have a look at how far away, not this shot, this shot. Let's look at how far away, because I pulled this normally. Let's look at how far right I missed by, so I can judge how far to offset. Okay, and my 0.8. All right, so here we are, center pin. And right? Yeah. All right. So, what I'm concerned with here the most is, yeah, it's pretty straight pull. So let's go here. And look. at how far I missed by, and then I'm going to try to determine how much. The thing about this hole, so we missed, that's a square off. The thing about this hole is we're coming off a hill, and so it's kind of tricky to get that correct. But we're going to give it a go, and we're going to dial it in. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to move it. See, we're coming off that hill, and we're kind of guiding into the hole. I'm going to try to split the difference and offset half a square. So from center cup, that'll be a quarter square outside a cup, I think. I'm going to try that and see what happens. It was 8.7. Yeah, and I even pulled 8.9 and still was way right. And that's because I'm coming down that hill. So, yeah. I'm going to try offsetting here and see what happens. And then we'll have a look at it. All right, so first thing is to set up right here. All right, and then swapping our ball, giving it all of that business. 8.2 is a push-up of 0.6. There we are. And there we be. And then we want to push up our 0.6. We want to swap to our legendary bag. Oops. And we want to go. All right. Hit perfect. And we're looking for 414 to 419. We were at 418 last time. This looks like it's a little shy. Yeah, oh, right at the base target yards. That's fine with me. 2 right, half a back, 0.8 back. Right there. And then what I'm going to do here. Oh, what'd I do? Oh, shit. Sometimes my finger hits the ball. All right, so what I'm going to do is set up there. And then I'm going to move this just outside of the cup. And then I'm going to swap ball here and swap back here. 7, 8 at plus 12 is table numbers. Going to try to straighten out the pull really quick. We are in blue, which is no change. 7, 8 is 8, 0. And let's hurry and see what happens. Now let's see if that offset does the trick. All right, good looking camera angle. And still missing right. But we missed right by half as much. So I need to move the ball guide. I'm gonna say, so I want to look at it and see where I ended up. And then I'll move just a little bit left of that. Probably 2 clicks or so. But we're close, and we should have it on the next try, maybe. 1 left click. Yeah, that's possible. Yeah, that was really close drop. We could try a click a left curl. True. Very true. I want to try getting the offset correct, though. I need to review. Sorry, I'm getting out of my head here. I'm thinking too much. All right, review. I get lost in like all these thoughts that are going on in my head sometimes when I'm trying to do this, because it's a lot of me trying to also use skills that I'm just developing, and so sometimes it feels like super overwhelming. Lord of the dance, set the spins right the first time. That's going to be key. We need to write that down, I think. All right, so we set up middle cup, and then we moved it, and we are where? We are, why didn't I zoom in? So we're right at, if you look at this second bounce, hold on, get out of the way. Oh, damn it. I wish I could rewind the replay. Like to the second I want it. All right. I'm going to look for the second bounce. And I think that's going to be a better indicator of where I am. when I am setting the offset, because the ball guide disappears. The top, the tip of the ball guide disappears there. So I'm going to look for that second bounce, and or third bounce, I'm sorry. And see, so third bounce, I am just right of the edge of that dark green column. So what I'm going to do for a reference point on this attempt is I'm going to put that ball guide on the edge of that green column on the left hand side, and that should hopefully give us what we're looking for. Let's have a look. Whew, the needle is super shaky, so hitting perfect's important. It's also going to be a little bit of a challenge. Sometimes, if you're rushing or whatever. All right, so ball there. Okay, swap here. 7-3 is no push up, which makes this a little bit easier. Okay, there we are, and then we'll swap here. Now we're quite a bit with the lower wind. We have quite a bit less shaky needle. All right. So my plan is set spins, set the third bounce on the edge of that column, of the dark green column. That is the third column from left, before I swap balls and take away the spin. All right, so here and here, 8. All right, and so starting off right here at center cup. And then I'm going to take and move this here. And then I'm going to swap here, swap back. And we are at plus 10, which is -1 from the table. And we are in blue again. 7-8 is 8-0. Okay, and let's see if this gets us what we're after. All right, here we go. Oh, god dang. I'm going to have to try click a curl or something now. We need to come down from higher up on the hill is really what we need to do. You know what I mean? Like, we need to come down from like up here, like up in there, because of the arc of the hill. We're coming in too low. So let's hope I didn't just, that was practice, right? Okay, it was. Shoot. All right. Well, I think the offset is offset to left edge of dark square. And I'm gonna start with 2 clicks of left curl and see what happens. So we'll just go center ball, 2 clicks left, and see. Oh yeah, the speed is fine. It's the angle that it's coming off that hill, right? So I'm gonna try 2 clicks of left and see if that'll get me the angle down the hill I want. This is a really tough drop no matter where you're at. When I dialed in that old legacy guide for the QR, we were coming off the hill, but we were coming off the hill with a tailwind. So we're really getting a lot of second bounce wind effect off this. At least that's kind of what I'm thinking. Also we don't pull the same as Bart. Exactly. So figuring out how this is going to work for my pull is what's important. Because I don't watch Bart's pull all the time. I don't have his pull angle memorized or any guide maker's pull memorized. I mean, I have a good idea on a couple, but it's so inconsistent and it's really cost me a lot of strokes. So trying to do this instead, well, yes, it seems tedious and kind of exhausting. It's really important because I need to know what I can do to drop these holes from anybody, right? So no push up. Why did I do that? No push up there. Slower needle. Oh, shoot. Wow. That came out of nowhere. I had my finger kind of stuck to the screen. I think we're going to be in the shit. Yeah. Oh, we got a double bounce over. We're going to be short, but that's pretty funny. Yeah, we are 8 yards short? No, we're 12 yards short. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to shoot the ball to get us into our spot. Since we're in practice, and get us set up in the right spot there. All right, and so we can work on this second shot. The second shot is really what matters here. Okay, so 0.8 back, and then we are setting up ball guide, center hole, right? Center cup, and then we're moving that third bounce clear to the edge, right? And then we're swapping balls there and there, and then we are adding 2 clicks of left curl. We are in blue again, so really consistent with blue. 7-2 is 7-4, and we are going to go center ball. Okay, and then we're going to go 2 clicks left. And let's see what happens there. So here we go. Now that's a better spot to come in. Look at that, center cup drop. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about right there. Okay, so we got it. We worked through that, and it took us, 6 tries. Okay, but we worked through it step by step by step, making methodical changes along the way, one at a time. That's the other thing. You can't just start changing multiple variables at once, because then you don't know what the hell's working and what's not. So, as you saw in my process there, I took it step by step. I played it as per guide, and then I assessed where I had missed, and then I started with my changes. Just a little bit left. And then I found a spot that I could replicate with that third bounce and tried that. And when that still missed right, instead of changing that landing spot, because that can be a constant, like it's easy to recognize, then we go and we change like 2 clicks of curl, click a curl, add or subtract from the adjustment, whatever, right? But I did each step, and as I did each step, I solidified a step in the process to get the drop. So we are left edge of dark green square and plus 2 clicks left curl. And that also really, you can't hit it great. You cannot hit it great right. It's not going to go well. So great rights are not safe. I have got to run to the restroom, guys. I will be right back and we'll go live with this, okay? there. Thank you for the patience. So I want to give credit where credit's due here. When I was dialing in the older Legacy, I after the first, I think 5 holes, I had to stop the stream, and so I ended up talking with my friend Chris, who is a great guy, and he's really super helpful. And I asked him, I said, give me your honest opinion and any advice you could give me about how that went. And we talked through it, and one thing he said that stuck to me is he said, like, I had trouble on one of the holes because I dialed it in, but I was trying to offset the spins. And when I went live, I had to respin 3 times live. It cost me the drop because then I had to rush my pole angle. And so his advice was set spins and then adjust from there. And that conversation gave me the idea about making sure we were using that third bounce as a stagnant point that would stay the same, and then we would adjust from there. So once we found that stagnant point that we knew we wanted to stay at, like he was talking about, the next change just became, from we've now gotten to the stagnant point. We know that's a constant, and now we can make an adjustment from the constant on. Really important, for me to follow this process because I'm so new at this. But also a couple things I wanted to note. One thing I could have done differently when initially setting my offset, instead of just looking at how far from the right edge of the cup I was, which was 1 square, if I would have thought about it just a little bit longer, I was actually about 1.25 squares because I'm off of center cup. So that would have put me where our third bounce ended. So I could have saved myself a practice try there by remembering that our aim point is center cup, not the edge. So yes, thank you, Patrick. It is. It's important to stay with the process you do consistently. And I talk about that all the time, that I'm working on consistency, because that's why I'm no longer changing my pole angle. That's why I am trying to follow my process. Like on that last par 3, I set up an exact process. It took 5 steps. I did it every single time, so, that is super important for me. It sticks in my brain. It helps me stay calm. I know what the next step is. I don't get confused in the middle of the shot. Makes it easier for me to perform there. So key thing here on the drive, you got to hit perfect. On the approach, we're doing the left. We're doing the third bounce to the edge of that third dark green column. And then we're adding 2 clicks of left curl. And so let's go ahead and get after this live. Yeah, I agree. It probably does, Patrick. I dial in Tommy and Boris regularly. This is my first dial in with Bart. So that's the other thing, is we're learning a new guide maker here today as well. I've used Bart's shots before. 8-1 is a push-up of 0.3. I've used Bart's shots before, but I haven't really used a whole guide of his. And I have, had a tough time with a couple of his shots. He's offered some guidance on, which has been beneficial. Shit, I did it again. Gosh, dang it. I think we're screwed. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. Don't do it. Shit. God dang it. Man. That is such the tough part, dude. Having spent all that time dialing this shot in, and then having something like that happen live, that's that consistency we're talking about there, you know? So, shit. Gosh dang it. That sucks. Sorry, guys. No. Gosh dang it. Well, that's what happens, man. You know, just the way it goes. Hit perfect in every practice except for the last two. We're moving on. Going to dial in hole 7 now. And once we complete the dial in, we will go play the other account and try to get things back. Get the drops that we're missing here live. So let's walk through this shot here. We want to have a backspin boost 8 ball and a side spin 9 ball to set up. And then we want to, with a basic wood. So let's get that in our bag. Oops, that's not a basic wood. It's over here. All right, so let's see if we can find backspin, side spin ball. Let's see if we can find it. I don't know if I have one. I don't. But what I can do is we're setting up at P4 max. So I can use this side spin 10. It'll be fine. And then, so what we're doing is we're applying max backspin 8 and 4.2 left spin. Then we're going to set up at, so it's a floating aim point. We're going to want to set up with the top. So we want the yellow ring boxed in by the rough line and the ball guide centered through the hole. So it's going to be around plus 10. And then we are going to want to adjust. Okay. And then we're going to want to swap to a P0 side spin 9 plus win 10. So what I'm going to do is go here and I'm going to pin my win P0 ball. So, all right, here we go. So this, we have some wind angle tweaks. We have yellow circle break up. We have yellow, red, which is left of the tree, circle break up +1. And then blue, which is right. It's right of yellow to, like, there's a bush in the background. We're going to be kind of, it's like there's 2 bushes in front, 1 in the back. We're going to be kind of right there. That's going to be just before circle break up and 2 clicks left. So here we go with this. Seems like a pretty simple setup. There's only 1 ball swap, and we don't swap until after we've adjusted. So really the setup is going to be important is setting up with the basic wood and the backspin boost 8 ball, setting that 4.2 spins, and then boxing in that yellow ring with the rough on either side, top and bottom, and getting the ball guide straight through the hole. It should be a pretty quick setup. It shouldn't really take long. We'll want to move through it as quick as we can. So we'll set spin. All right. We'll set spins. We'll push up into the rock, find our landing position, adjust, swap balls, and we'll assess our wind angle, adjust, swap balls, and then apply our circle break or whatever up, and then center ball and take shot. So not too bad here. Let's give it a look and have a look-see, see what happens. This account is got my worst tiebreaker, so not really doing the best on this account. It doesn't really hurt my feelings. I mean, something's got to be sacrificed to in order to get the guide dialed in. Sometimes I have a third account that I would usually be doing that with, so get back here, give it all of that, and 4.2, and we want to move up into the rock. Now we want to get this, so we want to be center cup, but we also want to have our ball guide boxed in like so. Now we want to assess our wind angle, and it looks like we're going to be, and 1, 2, 3, 1, a little bit, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. All right, so it looks like we're going to be in red. Circle break up +1. We are at 7.3. That's 7.6 adjustment. All right, and then we are going to swap balls here, and we are going to give it circle break up, okay, and then +1 up, and see what happens. All right, so we just missed right. Bart says if we miss right to increase 59. We're going to offset to the other side of the, we're going to offset to the edge of the left edge of the cup. Well, I got to see how much I missed by first. I think we might need to offset to the left edge. So, or we could add 0.1, 0.2 to the adjustment. Either way. But let's have a look at the replay and see what happened. So, here we go. All right. Thanks for everybody that's sticking around. I know the dial-ins take a while. We've been at it for 2.5 hours. But in order to get, in order to dial in a guide, it takes time. Especially when you're a new player doing it. Because I don't have all the tools in my bag yet. You know what I mean? Like, I'm getting there. I'm getting better at it. It's going faster, but it still takes me a while. I spent 6.5 hours dialing in that legacy QR, for example. So, I mean, it does take time for me. So, pull angle looked fine. Everything else looked fine. We gave it the circle break up +1. So I don't think anything really needs changed, except for we need to. Oh, I forgot to look at the miss. Gosh dang it! Sorry guys. I forgot I was looking for the miss. I was checking so many things that I forgot to look for the miss. That's funny. All right, so 4.2. Oh, all right. My back is killing me. So I only have another 50 minutes. We got 2 holes to go. So hopefully we can get through all of that. Hole 9 I know is a send it, so that shouldn't take long. It's a send it to Falcon. And then hole 8 is going to be a thorn shot. So I don't think either one of those will take too long. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we're doing good there with the pull angle. So let's look at the miss, how far we missed by right. So we missed right by just like a fifth of a square maybe. So I think we just need to offset left edge. So that's what I'm going to do next. Let's see. Let's get back to our backspin boost ball. And let's go back into the hole. Alright. So I think if we put the ball guide on the the right side of the ball guide to the left edge of the hole, or just in the left edge of the hole, we should be all right. So all of that, and then 4.2. Okay, and then back up here, box in our thing, and then I'm going to move this ball guide right here. Okay, a little bit different aim point, right? And then I'm going to get my pull angle. Okay. Seven, we are in, still in reddish between red and yellow. 7-4 is 7-7. Okay. And then swap ball and circle break up. We're going to run out of time probably. All right, let's see if that worked. So there we are. And we're just off. So a click, a left curl, adding. Let's see, what way is the wind blowing? The wind's blowing to the right. So we could add 0.1 to adjustment next. Let's do that and see. So I'm going to take some notes real quick. Hole 7. We want to set up left edge. And then we're going to want to we're going to add 0.1 to the adjustment on our next attempt and see if that gives us what we're after. I think it will. I mean, that was a really close miss. So I think we'll get there with this adjustment here, which would be nice to only take 3 tries to have it unlock, you know? Kind of a little funnely spot there. So I think if we add 0.1, we'll get right in it. All right, there we go. Oh, too far. Okay. All right, back up here. So we're setting up left edge, right? And we're going to add 0.1 to the adjustment. So we are in yellow this time. 7-5 is 7-8. So I'm going to pull 7-9. Right? And then I'm going to swap ball here. And circle break up. Let's see if that gets us the drop there. That pushed us too far. I may have offset too much. So, let me look at the 2 replays real quick and check where I offset the ball to. Or the ball guide to. Because I think that if we were going to offset to that spot, we didn't need the +1, obviously. We would have dropped that the way. So I'm looking for this one. So we're looking here to see. Oh no, that's not the one, right? Is it? No, it's this one we started the offset. So let's look at this offset compared to the other one. And then we'll be able to see what we did. We could have accidentally offset too much compared to this replay. So consistency, right? All right, so we offset here to, okay. Yeah, see here, we only offset to the left side of pin. We didn't offset to left side of hole. So that's the lack of consistency. Had I set up in the exact same spot, we could have tested the theory of adding 0.1. But I think that second replay showed us that if we move, let's look at that spot again, that if we actually just move a little bit further left, we should be able to grab the drop we're looking for. So, all right, welcome everybody. Thankful you're here. If you're enjoying the channel, please subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment. I am accepting donations for balls and guides and all that stuff. Keep doing what I'm doing. Donation names are on there for Venmo and PayPal. If you're enjoying the content, please consider. Other than that, yeah, I mean, it's not like you have to. I do appreciate all you guys being here. I hope you are enjoying the dial in and the process. So, I forgot to watch where I set up. So busy talking. Alright, sorry about that. Okay, we got consistent spins out of every shot, so that's fine. So let's see, where did I set up? Yeah, that's more left edge. So let me go back in here and let me set up in that same spot and not add the +1 to the adjustment. I didn't mean to do that. But it may have inadvertently taught us the solution to this hole. Every hole is a little problem to solve. I would love for those guys that tell me guides are, you know, guides are plug and play. I'd love for them to come on here and watch this sometime, right? Okay, so we're setting up more here is where we were. And now we're going to adjust our nice straight pull there. We are in red. 7-6 is 7-9. And red is circle break up +1. Oh, wait, gotta swap balls. So circle break up +1 click. Let's see if that gets us the drop we're looking for there. Oh shit, we missed the dang rough. I knew we were getting close. So that's an issue. So offsetting too far is offsetting that far may not be the move. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to offset that regular amount that we originally had and add +1. So basically we're trying to find a constant, right? And I think the constant is setting left side of pin leaves us enough room in the rough to catch the rough on our rough bump without putting us where that other setup spot put us too close to the fairway. So I'm going to try to go, I think that setup spot and then a +1. That's my thought process. Did I get the right ball? Will give us the drop. That's what I'm hoping. That's my next thing. So I'm going to make that setup spot the constant going forward and resolve from there. So set up left edge of pin. That's my constant, and now we'll go from there. All right, so here we go, and we want all the back and 4.2, and we're gonna set up right there, right, and we're gonna add 0.1. 1, 2, 3. Oh. 1, 2, 3. 1. Oh. Come on. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. A little bit more. All right. 7-5 is 7-8. So I'm going to pull 7-9. I'm going to swap balls. And this is going to be circle break. And let's see what happens here. And I missed it again. Well, the only other possible solution would be that I can think of right now is to go back. Oh my God, that was a tournament match. I went live. No. Gosh dang it. Sorry about that, y'all. So my next step would have been to line up as per guide and add clicks of curl. Sorry, y'all. I totally screwed that up. All right. 45 minutes. Let's see if we can get the rest of this crap down. All right, here we go. Sorry about that, guys. I've done that so many times. All right, so we're setting up at P2 max rest. But we want the quasar because we're adding 2 left spin to the shot and we're using the rock. So we're going to swap to the APOC and thorn for this shot. We want to set up rock 50% of the red on the right hand side in the rough at P2 max rest. We want to give it max rock top spin and 2 left spin. Then we want to swap to our APOC thorn bag. We are going to adjust 1 to 1, give it max OP, max left, and we're looking for 388 on the target yards. We need a P4 plus side spin 4 for the shot. So let's look at the approach really quick while we're in here. And yeah, the approach only has like 0.8 of a spin, so that's fine. So let's look for an appropriate ball. Oh man, I hate that I didn't get to finish hole 7 right there. I was close. Okay, so what do we got? What do we want? P4 plus. That's a bummer. Kind of a headwind a little bit. Kind of a sort of headwind. So we'll go with this ball for now. Okay. Well, I could have looked in the other side spins. Whatever. I'll just try that ball for a minute. Alright, so P2 max rest. 50% of the red on the right in the rough. Max grizzly, or max rock top spin with 2 left spin. Swapping that to the APOC. Swapping balls. Adjusting max OP, max left. 388 is the target yardage. We're then going to want to set up with the center bullseye to the edge of the column that the hole's in on the right hand side, with the yellow to the edge of the fringe rough. We're going to spin the ball guide so it's 1 green square through the hole. Let me back up. First thing we're going to do is a bottom white pin check. Then we're going to set up bullseye centered on the right side of the column the hole's in, with the yellow to the top edge of the rough fringe. Or I guess that might be fairway there considered. And then we're going to spin the ball guide 1 green square through, adjust, and center cup. This doesn't look like a difficult shot. Should be pretty easy. Hopefully the dial-in is fast. Because I'm running out of air time. I'm trying to get through the whole guide for y'all. So these are this is basically first look at Bart's guide. We've had some live issues, but it is what it is. So, all right, here we go. 50% of the red in the rough, max and left. Swap to our APOC bag, swap balls. Okay. We want a nice straighten out our pull here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then we are going to go 8-1, and there's no push up, so max OP, max left, and hit perfect. So here we go. Looking for 388. Okay, we're at 380. So we're 8 yards short of the check. That's a little disturbing. And we are going to be 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that's pretty hard. So here's where you want to set up. Right here at this edge. Oops. Right here at this edge. Right here like this. So Bart's guide does go up to 11, thankfully, because Bart is amazing. So 11 is +3, so 12 will be +4 to the guide. So we're going to try to straighten out the pull there. 7, 9 is 4, so we're going to pull 4, 4. Make sure you're centered on your bullseye. And then it's just center ball. And let's see. All right. Oh, I'm not upset, Patrick. And look at that, center cup drop. I'm not upset at all, buddy. I'm happy with the way things are going. A little sad about 7, I'll admit, because I didn't get to finish it for you. But so there you guys go with that one. That is super easy shot. There's nothing hard about it. There's really nothing to worry about. The P6 or the P8 is super slow. The P6 is probably just as slow. I'm going to just put drive, APG, 12 o'clock pull, and then approach. Be mindful that you set up in the correct spot on the right side of the hole on the edge of that column with the bullseye and the yellow top to that rough fairway fringe, whatever it is. So be mindful of setup. And then just a 12 o'clock pull. And hit perfect, pretty easy peasy. We can go live with that. No more practice needed. And let's get going. All right, here we go. There we are. And we need our old friend, the Quasar. And back here, and let's rock and roll. Chin up 2 yards. What does that mean, sir? What does chin up 2 yards mean? Explain yourself, Patrick. Oh, chip up to the yardage. Yeah, I could have, but as you saw there, first off, if you look at Bart's guide, it goes all the way up to +11. And so when I looked at the guide and realized that +12 is just an additional 0.1. So I really didn't feel the need to, chip up into the yardage to make it exact because his guide is so far spread out. I need to get my glasses strengthened. You know what, Patrick? You want to meet me outside, pal, and go have a beer? All right, here we go. Let's get out of here and get going. All right. I do need to get my glasses strengthened, probably. Actually, no, I just got these. So I did just get these. Yeah. Whatever, Patrick. They're bifocals, so a lot of times things end up kind of blurry. When if it's in between my the distance, bifocal stuff. So we want to straighten out the drive there. No 59, 7, 3. There we are there, and max OP max right. Hey, Carl, what's up? Yeah, we're getting there, man. We're all good. Everything's good. This is a good dial-in. Everything is going really well, I think. So we wanted 388. What did we get? 387. Look at that. I'm a genius. Okay. Here we go. Bottom white pin check. and we are at +5. So setup spot is real important, right here and right here. And then we just want to spin that ball guide 1 square through. And then 7/7 at +5 is table. So we want to straighten out our pull angle. A little bit of that. 7/7 is 3/9. So we're right there. And then we just need to center ball and hit perfect here. All right, here we go. And look at that, beautiful center cup drop. Great shot, Bart. Probably the easiest shot in the entire guide, in my opinion. The entire guide is great, man. Bart did a hell of a job on this guide. If you guys haven't got this guide, the link is on my links information on my page. And Bart doesn't charge a ton of money for these guides. I think it's only $5. But as you can see, the quality is huge. So, all right. I'm back. Okay, we got half an hour, and we got to dial in this last hole. So I need to get moving. So we are setting up, this is an APOC Falcon shot. Let's read the notes. We opt for a ball swap for this hole. We use a wind 0 to get us into Falcon range for the approach. Great lefter, strong 59 on the drive, risks missing the rough on the second bounce. Pin your desired wind 10 ball for the approach, but get your check with the ball on the drive first before swapping. All right. So we can get an alba here. We can move it through. So first thing we're going to do here is go yellow ring, top of the yellow ring by the bunker at P10 max rest. We're going to give it 5 top spin and 2 right. We are going to shift right based on wind angle. So yellow, which is the middle of the sand, will shift 0.3 right, and red, which is left of that, more of the off of the sand in the rough, will be 0.6 right, and then in blue we won't shift at all. We'll adjust after we shift and then push up according to wind strength and wind angle. We'll give it max OP, max right curl, and hit perfect looking around 480 to 500 yards. So our first order of business is going to be a bottom white pin check on approach. We're going to put the red ring at the rough and the bullseye lined up with the second full, with the first dark column right of the hole in between the dark and light column there. We're going to then spin the ball 1 green square through and adjust based on our check yardage, and then center ball and hit perfect. So it sounds pretty simple. But we need first to start with a wind 0, and then we need any wind 10. The spins are really less than 1 on approach, so we just need I'm just going to grab whatever wind 10 I got the most of after I get this wind 0 ball. So let's have a look-see. The best ball is probably this one, just for setting quick spins. Side spin 2. I got 21 of them. Pretty simple, easy peasy. Actually, you know what? They'll use this ball because it's going to be a slow needle. Let's not waste that precision 8. All right. So let's just go wind resistance here and power there. And let's see what we got for wind 10s that I got a lot of. Or that I don't mind wasting. Let's see, I got 70 of those. Let's see what else we got. 63 of those. That's a nice ball though. I love that ball. Oh, I got 80 of these. Let's just try that and just make it quick. Okay, so we're going to start with the P10. And we want to be on the Falcon. Oops, wrong one. Falcon. Here we go. Okay. So, simple setup. Let's walk through it. All right. Again, yellow ring, top of the yellow ring, or top right, by the bunker at bunker fairway at P10 max rest. 5 top, 2 right. We're then going to assess our wind angle to see if we need to shift right at all. And then we'll shift right, adjust, and push up based on that wind angle. We'll then give it max OP, max right, and hit perfect. The approach is really straightforward. Before any spins, center your bullseye on the left edge of the dark green column, first dark green column right of the pin. So in between the light and dark, right at that edge, and your red ring top at the rough line. And then spin it 1 square through. Before you do any of that, don't forget to do your pin check, sorry. Okay, so let's get after it. This doesn't look really complicated at all. I think we'll be able to grab this probably first, second try. So let's go here. Let's go back and let's have a run through at it and see what happens. All right. I would like to say part of the reason I feel like this stream has been so successful for me is that I haven't hit a ton of greats and wasted a bunch of time. So we are in red, which is shift 0.6 right. So I'm going to shift red to yellow. I'm then going to get my pull angle back here and move my 17.8 right there, and then I'm going to push up 8.5. and we've got to hurry up here, we're not going to get the shot off. Okay, and then it's practice, so we're just going to do it again. Not going to rush it, because if we rush it and screw it up, we don't even get to look at the second shot. So we already know what wind angle we're in, so easy peasy. So as you can see, it's a little time consuming. So it's going to be important to get your crap together here. Why am I in a different wind angle? I thought it gave me the same wind angle. Oh my God, what is that? I'm in yellow. Shift 0.3 right. I'm going to go here and move that there. 18.1. And then uh, 18.1 push up in yellow is 8.6. We got to hustle here. And then max OP, max right curl. Yeah, dang it. Why? How did it change my wind angle? I thought you always got the same angle but a different wind. Wow. Good to know, good to know. I've never had that happen before. First time. Okay. Okay, this time, I guess we're seeing all the wind angles. We're in blue. Stay where we are. No shifting. All right, 17.7. I'm going to pull 9.7 there, and then I'm going to come down and pull my 8. Okay, and then I need to push up 9 rings in blue. That is so bizarre. I didn't know it did that. All right, 9 rings. And I need to give it all of it, all of it. And I hit a slight great left. And hopefully that won't screw up the drive too bad. And that puts us at what? 480 exactly, so we're okay there. Bottom white pin check here, guys. And we'll see where we're at. We are at 0.9. So where we want to set up, right here. Boom. Okay. Center there, red on the rough line. Want to spin the ball guide 1 square through the hole. We want to swap balls, obviously, to our P10, our wind 10. All right, so straighten out the wind angle. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 7. If we were at plus 8, 7, 5, 6, 1, let's add 2 to it. Make it 6, 3. And then just center ball. And hit perfect there. And see if it drops. So we missed left. He said if we miss left, increase 01 or offset right. We missed left by about half square. I'm going to offset to the edge of the right edge of the cup on the next attempt. And I'm going to try to hit perfect on the drive, obviously. I need to hustle through this drive for some reason. I think it's the shift that's causing that. But I saw all 3 wind angles, so there you go. All right, let's get after it one more time. I only got 20 minutes. I have to stream. I have another stream at 4 o'clock, so I don't have all the time in the world. I thought I gave myself plenty of time with 3.5 hours to get through this guide, but all right, here we go. All right. So what I'm going to do to speed this up is I'm going to set the spins immediately. And then I am going to get myself set up, assess the wind angle, shift, and move. So there we go, there. All right, so set myself up right there. Okay, and wind angle. All right, we are in red. So I need to shift right 0.6. All right, and then I need to adjust 18.6. So there's 10. There is 8.6. And then 8. Red is 8.1. Okay, we got to hustle here. All right, 8.1. And push up. Okay, and give it all of this and all of this. And I hit a great left again. Okay, I'm getting a little tired, I think. All right, so hopefully this doesn't get stuck in a rough. All right, that's all right. And on to the, so 488, so that's a little better. On to this approach shot here. We want to bottom white pin check first. We are at +7. Get our setup spot right. Okay, there. We missed left, so I'm going to set up left edge and swap my ball here. We are at 7-3. Uh, 7-3 is 6-0, so we need 6-2. And let's see what happens here. All right, we missed right. I think I might have got my check wrong. I couldn't remember what my check was. Yeah, I'm getting tired. All right, so I think, yeah. I think I forgot my check. Anybody remember what the check was on that? No? Okay. I'm gonna go live with it and just get it done here. Because I'm getting tired. So drive, we need a perfect. And we need to hurry. Offset right of pin on approach. We got to hustle through this drive here. I'm hoping we get blue so we have no shift. That's taking a lot of time. So 2 and 5. And then setting up right there. We are in... No, we are in that. So I'm going to shift 0.6 over. Going to adjust my 16.1. Going to push up 9.4. And all the OP, all the right curl. Hit a great right this time. That's going to stay in the shit. Yep. Alright guys, I'm sorry. I can't seem to hit perfect on this hole for some reason. Swap balls here. Alright. I don't even know the distance. I'm going to go 1.8. Boom! What a save. What a save. Oh my God, what a save, huh? The great right saved me. I did not check my check. I didn't think about it. I'm sorry. I'm getting tired. And my back is really hurting. So, I apologize, guys. Streaming, you know, for, I mean, right now we've been streaming for 3 hours and 40 minutes. So, kind of, it's a lot on my back. I have arthritis real bad. Oh, thanks, Jimmy. Appreciate you, man. So, guys, we got through all the holes. We didn't really get to finish 9 off the way I'd like, or 7. My notes for 9 approach are to offset right of pin, like, you know, more towards the right side of the cup with the right side of the ball guide. And other than that, I think that shot's pretty straight. You gotta hit perfect or a slight great left. If you hit a great right, as you saw, you're gonna stay in the shit. But all in all, Bart made a freaking awesome guide. I believe fully that you guys can walk out of here with a negative 20, negative 21 using this guide if you gave it a little bit of practice. We missed the first 2 holes on my other account, but I could still potentially drop the next 7. So we're gonna have yeah, he did catch the best of my round. Hey Caitlin, I didn't even see you here. Hi, thank you. So guys, go out there, kick ass, have a great final round, bring home the gold. We'll talk to you again soon. I'll be back at 4 o'clock for the daily Quick 9 stream.